Nomo Radio. Nomo Radio. Your one-stop shop for a humorous commentary on our pop and subculture.
Hang on, is this even legal?
Every week, we dive deep down into conversations with interesting people about subjects that are either live in pop culture or thrive in subculture. With your hosts,
VX Madsen
and
Ada Mo.
We'll open the doors of perception and shatter your reality. So get ready, get binned, and get...
There's no turning back now. Welcome to Nomo Radio with your host, VX Madsen and
Ada Mo.
Ada Mo, my sidekick.
I don't even know which episode we're on.
We're on episode 4.
Damn.
This is it.
It goes fast.
This is where it's happening. We have a bonfire, and now people are seeing this bonfire from across the field. They're just walking, maybe running. Gotta get to this no more fire. We gotta just run, and then they do the Naruto run, just keep running to this fire. Eventually, they're just gonna bump into the fire, right? They're gonna bump into the fire. They're gonna roll around in the fire. It's burning, And they say to people, "Get the heck out of the fire! What are you doing here? I'm roasting marshmallows,
Yeah, because that's me. I'm always roasting the marshmallows.
Right.
And you always watch, telling the stories that everyone is just listening to.
So welcome. If you haven't seen the first 3 episodes,
you don't have to.
What are you
They're
even
not
doing?
that good yet. But watch this one though. Watch it
Right.
all
You
the way
have to
through.
watch this one because this is it. This is just it.
Well, I said to you that I really wanted to talk about social media, and
Yes.
a lot of reason I really would like to get it just away right now is because we are a social media outlet, sort of.
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
And I am really not experienced, I would say,
You're not experienced on social media.
relatively to my generation.
Right.
And I would like to reflect on this episode into the future.
Okay.
And look how my views change around it.
Okay.
So
sure.
This is basically just an episode of just me making my assumptions and thoughts about social media.
Okay. Fair enough.
I can start with my introduction, actually.
Introduction. Not
To
druction.
social- Well, it can be a drug to some people. I definitely believe some people are addicted to social media.
This is the new drug.
Well, yeah, there's a lot of new drugs out in the market, but it's not that new anymore. That's the kind of the scary part of it.
Yeah.
It's not that new anymore.
It's not new.
The internet is not that new anymore.
No.
If you see relatively to the timeline of history of humankind, it's only a second. But
Right.
well, my point is, my first introduction to social media was my mum's post of our family.
Okay.
That was she was the one who said I needed to get a Facebook account back in 2009. I was 10.
So she was actually before Facebook, before you were.
Yes, and I was actually on Facebook way before it was cool.
Okay.
None of my classmates had Facebook.
Really?
To me, it was just something my mum was maybe have so she could tag me in the family photos.
Okay. Yeah.
And I didn't start posting way until later before I finally realized oh my god, well now all my friends are doing it, so I have to too.
Right.
But the aspect of social media being fake came really early to me.
Okay.
I would say.
Shit.
I've always been very what do you say?
Is it? Do you mean
Cautious about it.
like filtering yourself in a certain way or displaying yourself in a certain way online?
Yeah, and realizing that people are doing it as well.
Yeah.
I think mostly because of my mum.
Yeah. Is she doing that?
She has this very how do you say attitude towards the fact that you're supposed to look good in front of others, and most people do.
Right.
And We have that for a reason. We don't want to get like outcasted by our own like social group.
No.
For being too weird.
No.
So that always infuriates me when people say, just be yourself. Like you hear it in every fucking single thing you go into, acting, dancing, singing, any kind of talent. You're like, be yourself. Fuck you.
It's kind of like
fuck you.
It's the kind of opposite you need to be. You don't need to be yourself. You need to be whatever they need you to be.
No one got anywhere by being themselves. That's a lie. Okay, that's a lie. But
I want to say that depends on the industry. Like, you don't want to hear going into an acting audition, just be yourself. You want to hear, no, just be this thing they want you to be. That's and also on a catwalk, just you are a model. Like when you're in here, you shouldn't be yourself. You should be the amplified thing you want to be. Like you should be whatever they need you to be. Like you serve the director. Like that's what acting and modeling is like. That you're here as a tool for the story or the brand to be told.
Yeah.
Right.
And I think the reason it infuriates me so much is that people keep telling you to be yourself, and they mean it in the best way possible. Many people mean it by don't try to like copy something or don't try to be something you're against or keep your integrity and all of that. Yeah. And that's also really important to me, to keep your integrity. Yeah. But most people don't know who they are. No,
and that's
definitely not teenagers.
No.
So why do people keep on telling people, teenagers, be yourself?
Yeah.
They don't know what the fuck being yourself means.
That's it. Yeah.
And that's the weird part about it. No one can tell you.
No.
Because no one really knows.
Right.
And being yourself may include some really vicious, fucking awful things.
Totally.
That people don't want to see.
Like, you mean like a serial killer might put on a mask and like, hey, I'm actually a good guy, but then in his meantime he's like, killing animals and stuff like that. And when people say, hey, be yourself, is he like, hey, should I really show people that I kill animals? No, that's an extreme example.
Well,
but I get what you're saying. Like if you're in a job interview for like a coding, like let's just say you're a coder, and they say, hey, just be yourself, and you're like, sure, but just where am I going with
what
this?
What do people actually mean when they tell you, when you're okay, hey mate, this is my scenario.
Yeah.
Hey mate, I'm going to this job interview. What should I do? And what you usually hear is just be yourself.
Yeah, that's the wrong thing to do, because there's like a company culture. There's like a dress code, right? You want to find out the whole. Like, you want to find out if you even fit in. But I guess if they say be yourself, then they know that either you do fit in or not fit in. I don't know.
Or the fact that, like, you can't be yourself because, like, first of all, people are going to pass on you. And I'm not saying that it will never work being yourself. Because lots of people, like, probably has... Going back to what I said previously, like a lot of people probably has been totally themselves, especially like on reality shows. People gotten fucking famous for.
I feel like I'm myself, like totally down to the core. Like, but that also means I face a lot of rejection, like a lot. And if you can't handle rejection on a massive scale, then it might be hard being yourself. Like
it might be destructive.
Yes, and but I also think that's part of it. Like rejection should be a part of whatever you're doing. Like totally. Like I, for example, in my dating life, in my personal life, I don't date like really. Like when someone shows just the slightest interest, I'm like, fuck, what do I do? Like, it might be a smile on the street or something. Like, I'm not just gonna go out of my way to stop that bike lady that smiled to me and say, hey, nice smile,
Yeah.
So, but I really enjoy those moments of just two people just smiling to each other and never seeing each other again. Like there's something romantic about the note, like just that we had that little thing, and now it's just gone in history. Like it's not, no one's gonna, we just had that one little, and then never see each other. Like it's so like I'm such a hopeless romantic for like just the most weird things that I just put so much meaning into things that I don't need to put meaning into. But it feels nice just smiling at people and them smiling back to me. Like I take these walks around my neighborhood here and I just love smiling at women, mostly. Men, they just like, you know, even like, is this dude gay? You know, I don't want to flirt, you know.
Yeah, what's up with that?
I don't know. It's they don't know me, so it's for me to outright just smile at them would be like, I guess if just either I look like a fucking lunatic just going around being happy all the time, and then But I have like a strategy now. I will do like if I see a dude, like I will just like
I don't know.
No, but how like I will just like look. Okay, if you're the man, I'll just like look just right beside, you know. Then I don't know. Fuck, I haven't figured it out yet because I'm also afraid that, you know, coming off as gay. Like I don't want to, you know.
But isn't that like a major insecurity you then struggle with?
I don't. No. It's only them.
Thinking
like,
about not being gay.
When I smile at them, and they don't know me, like I'm just a random dude. I immediately think they think I'm gay. Like,
but that's like honestly a really interesting question for me as a girl. Like, isn't it tiring for you? Because this is something I noticed with a lot of boys. They are afraid of being gay. Or at least being sort of perceived as gay. And isn't that tiring to think about all that time spending being like, oh, I hope they don't think that's gay. Blah, blah.
Well, I know my sexuality. Like, I know I'm not gay. I'm really, really hetero. Like, on
the spectrum.
No. I've kissed men, like really, like tongue fucking kissed men. I've received dick pics. I have, you know, doesn't move me at all. You know, when I just really love women. Like really, I love looking at beautiful women. I love talking to beautiful women. I love, you know.
But can't you appreciate like talking and looking at beautiful men?
Sure, yeah, but I don't have to fuck them. You know, I don't have to, you know, think about having a relationship with them. Like,
do you feel like that doesn't make relationship? And I'm talking about every relationship, all kinds of relationships, like friendships, work relations. And doesn't that make it really complicated for you as a man talking to women?
What do you mean?
No, I'm bisexual, right?
Okay.
So for me, in the beginning of my teen years, I can definitely relate to that kind of feeling of just things being awkward between me and girls. And also guys, but like just awkward because it's children, I mean.
Mm-hmm.
And it gave me a lot of issues in especially like lower secondary school.
Yeah.
And so much that changed schools.
Okay.
And I'm really happy I did because I moved to a school that was much more open and cooler in every possible way.
Okay.
I moved to a private school. I think, but that also built on later on when I started, because in the beginning I was sort of more interested in girls.
Mm-hmm.
It took, I think I was up at 17 until I actually started to get interested in guys.
Okay.
Sort of. And I remember so well, I would try and like because many of girls will have these groups where they'll be like, "Hey, who are you in love with now?" Like when they're little, right? Like everyone would have their like dream guy they would be in love with, and all the other girls would know.
Can I ask you something about this? Is there a way that you attract guys that doesn't apply to attracting girls? Like, can you, if you want to attract a guy, maybe putting on a sexy outfit would work. But would that also work for women, or are they like if they're not bi or lesbian, like would they what am I saying here? Like if they are bi and lesbian, would they pick up on the same sexual cues that men would? Or do you have to?
If they're not bi or lesbian?
No, if they are.
Yeah, like if they see if I'm a bi girl.
Yeah.
If I see a girl who's fucking hot, yeah, I'm gonna picture her naked.
Okay.
Is that what you're trying to say?
No. What I'm saying is that that
made me always feel really guilty.
No, but that would mean that interesting.
Well, yeah,
So if you don't edit if you don't edit that part, that means that the same, like you can attract both genders with the same kind of energy or sexual
I think so.
Yeah.
I don't change. I didn't use different tactics when it comes to women and men.
Okay, wow.
But that also means that if you, because many people ask me this: is it different for you with a guy than it is for a girl? And the answer is, of course, it is.
Yeah.
It's two different bodies.
Yeah.
But it's also different from every person, even if you're either hetero or only gay.
Right.
You see what I mean? Like,
yeah, totally. Like people have different styles and different way of handling
every partner
you.
You have is so different from each other.
Yeah.
Or they maybe are the same. Like you have a really type, but
yeah.
I know all of my partners have been really different from each other. And, that doesn't have that much to do with gender as it has to do with their personalities.
Yeah.
But to catch up with the thing you said earlier about you smiling at women, because I thought it was pretty funny because one of the things I've been doing lately is waving at random people. Yeah. Usually, mostly when they contact me first. For example, yesterday I was walking home from school.
Okay.
And I just heard hi do, hi. Yeah, I was just like, what is that?
Okay.
And as I'm walking up to my apartment building, it's my neighbor, little daughter.
No.
She's maybe 4. And she's waving. She's like, hello, down there. And I'm just like, hi. And it made me feel better about my day.
Yeah.
And I think you said something about spontaneously meeting people and that you just let these moments go.
Yeah.
I don't do that at all. And that's also how I met every single of my relationship, including all my friends' ones.
Yeah.
Was always just sort of random altercations which I sort of grabbed and hold onto.
Okay.
And even it would be unconventional. Could be really punishing.
Okay.
It's a risk.
Shit.
But is it really though? Because especially with random people, you're not really going to see them again. Like my boyfriend and I met on a train. I just saw him, went up to him and was made an excuse about borrowing his phone to check my travel
that's
remote,
great.
Right?
What did you do? Did you send a message from his phone to yours, or then you would have gotten his number? You did that?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's a great way to.
But and now we've been together for sooner. Yeah. Holy fuck.
That's two different things. That's like you're attracted to someone and you go get it. What I'm talking about is that there don't even have to be me being having an intention. For me it's just
but my intention at the time was not any romantic one.
No,
honestly, I was in a relationship when I met him, so it was never a romantic tactic from the get-go. That came much later.
Okay.
So and as I said previously, this is not only for romantic or attractive reasons. A lot of my friendship starts this way.
Yeah.
It's just by me just being like, hey, you seem kind of interesting, can I talk to you? And people love that. But you're sort of raised to specifically in
Scandinavian
countries, you're so taught to not
talk to strangers.
Yeah.
It's so
strangers.
dumb. Yeah. I want my kids to talk to all kinds of strangers. If I have kids someday, just talk to people. Like everyone, like we think the world is such a horrible place, and people will just kidnap you from a van and just go out and rape you in a field. And most people are just like people just doing their thing, and
Yeah, that's the scary part of it, because there's so many ways that these bad things happen, right?
Yeah, but hang on. I'm not a woman or a girl, so I can't even take that perspective into account. I think there's serious dangers if you're like a beautiful woman and you're like, maybe don't know how to not carry, but defend yourself, or, then there's like a high risk of, also just take care of your drinks when you're in bars and stuff like that. Fuck it. Okay, there might be serious predators out there, but what I'm saying is that also just not be afraid. Like, I think if you're not afraid, then you won't experience things that make you afraid. Like, I think like you totally, like, whatever you think in your brain, you're projecting out into the universe.
Bad shit is going to happen to you.
Yeah.
When you do active stuff with your life, you're going to have setbacks.
Like, what do you mean?
It's so wide, but yeah, anything that sort of puts you, there's always a risk of reward and punishment, right? Or punishment, and just hard things to go through. But a lot of those things is going to happen no matter what. So I think for me, it really came down to sort of risking it over and over and over again until I got to the place where I wanted to be. And when I look back to all the fucking horrible shit I went through, I just look at that and be like, I'm so glad that happened, because I wouldn't be there because of that, and then I wouldn't be there at this time. So this person met me, and then I wouldn't know about
those fucking moments add up, like I think there is like a thing with like the people you meet, you're supposed to meet kind of thing, right? Like maybe there is like this, because we're all like connected somehow. Like, fuck.
That would be interesting.
It is really interesting. It's like, fuck, I can't even go into it right now.
If the whole human consciousness was just sort of one consciousness.
I think it is. And I also think the universe is conscious. And it's just maybe experiencing itself through beings. Like, it's like a whole thing. Like, fuck, it's when I think about it, I'm like, I can't dedicate this much thought into this right now. But if I think, there's something totally about that, yeah.
And well, we were supposed to talk about social media.
Yeah, social media.
So to reflect upon that, something that really sort of makes me worried is all the toxicity.
Did you see the documentary Social Dilemma?
About the
they talk about this
Cambridge
shit.
Analytica.
No. It's on Netflix. It just came out.
About Facebook affecting people's opinion. Yeah.
It's super it's super frightening, kind of. Like, it's really like, fuck. And I thought about like, fucking just delete everything. But then I was like, I kind of worked hard to get just here. And right now I'm like, I'm not addicted to it, so I can totally I can go for a full day not looking at my phone and just, place it somewhere. Like, there have been times where I've been out for a walk and my phone just died, and I was like, fuck, now I can't count my steps though, but also I don't get that many notifications. I don't get that many text messages or emails or anything. Like, my amount of emails are like just newsletters from all kinds of weird places that I've visited, that I was like, hey, kind of need to know what they're doing. And then I never fucking read any of them. And I was like, fuck, this is just filling up.
Because that's in the big media pictures, we are small social media people. And just imagine being this big social media, and just how much light and noise it creates in your life. And of course, that's never really been any kind of attractive position for me.
No.
So I think that's sort of why I never really cared about anything I post on social media. And the only official Instagram account I only post like modeling photos. And I think the reason I do is because if I was to post something I created, that's something I created solely, I would just get too afraid of the backlash or criticizing what people think. Not even like if they commented on it, just what people are thinking, just looking at it.
Like the way I deal with it, like I get a lot of comments on my TikTok, and some of them aren't nice. TikTok. No, but what I'm doing is that I'm doing funny content, right? So I've people wanna match my weirdness, match my humor, and wanna kind of support by throwing something back at me, like and so I see all the comments as a joke. Like they're telling me a joke. They want me to laugh, and I respond to every comment and I just laugh at it. Like, so because I have this this content that is humor in nature, I don't take any of the comments seriously. Not and like for me it's like even if it's like personal things, like I don't take any of it personal. Like you have to understand that all these people, they're essentially just kids, you know, having fun and looking at my stuff, and you know, so I'm also like, you know, it doesn't affect me like it used to in the start when people started and some of them went viral and stuff like that. It was a lot to take in, but now it's like I have like a fan base of people who are like, it's small though, but I have a firm, like we call it VX Army, you know. It's just these guys who are just so supportive, likes all my videos, and just, you know, and they changed their profile logo to my profile logo. It's kind of, yeah.
Oh, that's
so it's
sweet.
It's really funny, right? So I feel like I have some sort of, you know, influence that way.
But those people just amazes me.
Yeah.
Every person who's like a dedicated fan enough to sort of alter their sort of life.
Yeah, they're even changing their profile names to have VX and then their name. Yeah.
But like same with people who are just obsessed with famous people. I never understood that craze.
No, it's I can tell you this. I love my fans. Like I love every single one who comments. I am so thankful people care. Like people didn't care about my art. So like no one was like, oh, he's making art. Pretty cool. I want to fucking be, you know, not to the magnitude that I'm seeing on TikTok here. Like I see this huge like spike in people actually caring about what I do, actually being interested and wanting to follow up, and those people I want to reciprocate to. Like I want to include them. I want to, you know, to write back to them, give them shout outs, give them, like, I want them to know that their engagement really matters for me. And I think they see
does.
that. Yeah, and I
really
think
does.
I think they see that. They see that I write back to all that comments on my stuff, and I engage with people, and if anyone has any questions, I always answer them.
And that's a nice thing about being so small.
Totally, yeah. But also, I want to do this like when I'm really big. You know, this is whether I like it or not. This is the people who are gonna pay for all of it. Like they pay with their attention, you know.
Yeah.
They
and attention is something really hard to give.
Yes, and attention is the new currency. Like the fact that someone is looking through my videos and commenting and liking and sharing, and it means so much to me. That means I have a slight chance.
That's such a fucking quote.
Right?
Attention is the new currency.
Attention is the new currency. Yeah, it is.
True, yeah. I've been obsessed with 90 Days Fiancé and
What's that?
90 Days Fiancé.
It's that good dude with the neck.
Yeah. Like it's
yeah.
just these people get amazing attention and like only for the bad reasons.
Being
but
turned into memes and stuff like that.
Yeah, but it's big, and I think that's why I haven't really been into the social media picture in any kind of way, either on YouTube or Twitter or Facebook or TikTok or Instagram. It's because I don't want to take people's attention because I would feel annoying to the people who didn't want my sort of content or self out there, because I don't think I'm interesting or cool enough to sort of.
You're the co-host of an amazing podcast.
Yeah, but
you are so awesome.
But
You're
just being yourself as a brand in for example social media in general, just me as a person.
I think you're overthinking this. Like, you should put out 10 pieces of content a day per platform. 10 pieces. You should, and it should be all kinds of things.
I don't do that. Yeah.
You should do that.
I should.
I should also, but right now I'm trying to direct all the content I'm creating through the podcast, right? So, but totally, you should just document your whole day. Like, what do you do? Like, also take pictures when you're out shooting. Who
would be interested in that?
Every fucking one. Everyone,
but
every single person on the planet.
Because I'm so happy that like,
you don't get it. You don't.
It would be so interesting.
Check this out.
2 years ago.
This is what I talked about in the second episode. People really like to just follow people. Like, they really just like to see what other people are doing. Like, it doesn't have to be glamorous. They just want to see what's up. Like, it's a form of checking in every day, a form of like I love seeing my favorite celebrities or artists or movie makers behind the scenes, and like, this is what I did today. This is how we this is a script breakdown. This is my artwork that I'm working on. I don't know what about the colors, and then getting direct feedback. This is so amazing to me. I love this. And this is why I think when the neural link we talked about, when that is going to be like really integrated into society. Like a
streaming service?
Yes, then people will become streaming services. They will become movies.
Ooh, that scares me.
Don't let it scare you. You're going to profit off of it.
Everything about social media scares me. I'm so scared.
I want to say this. It should. But also that I want to say, if there's something, I would rather die with a high following than a low following. I want to say that, like, I would rather, because followings is also a currency. Like, you can get things with a large following. If you have a large following, you can get away with things that you wouldn't be able to get away with.
Yeah, and look at the modeling profession now.
Yes.
Following is such like not only like a bonus but a necessity now.
Yes, because they can profit off of your following. Like, it's free. That's why also that Instagram models, which might not be the right kind of model for their, they can actually start getting the real jobs because they have a platform they can just push to. Yeah. And it is worth something.
That's the only reason I even post Instagram in the first place, because my agent told me, like, you have to start posting on Instagram, because that's just a necessity now. And now it's just like, I can't post anything personal about myself because I'm afraid it's going to get attacked or thought about other people thinking about me. Yeah, scares me. But of course,
you shouldn't care about what other people think, because it has nothing to do with you. You are not. You don't have to. Be a certain way for someone, like, especially not someone online just saying something, fuck that.
I really feel like this podcast is my coming out show
Yeah,
in
yeah.
social media.
Totally, you should. Like we're posting your handles all over. We should take. Okay, let's make a photo right now that we can post on your social media. I will post it as well.
Yeah.
Okay, I will post it as well. We're actually doing like. Here we go. We're actually. Okay.
Okay. Now I'm
Do
being
you
awkward.
want to take one from your side and then you can?
Yeah. Sure.
Okay. Here we go. So we're actually. This is great. Look
I
at
have
how
never
good you
posted a smiling photo of myself on
You
Instagram.
should. You have a wonderful
my official
smile.
one.
You should.
It's because I've hated it for so long, and then I did it once.
This is gonna be a therapy thing.
I did it once because my roommates who post so much on social media, they have amazing Instagrams.
Okay, how many followers?
They don't have any specific followers, but they have amazing. That's what also I have an issue with.
Tell them to do a hashtag research before posting anything.
Well, to them, it's not about getting the followers.
No, but then there wouldn't be any reason for them to post in the first place. Tell them to do hashtag research.
Well, I'll try and see how they react to it or their response to it. But then after that, then they talk to me and teach me how to take photos and everything.
Yeah.
Take photos that you take on your own. Because for me, it's a photo is what something a photographer did to me as work.
Can I go through your Instagram and just tell you what to do?
But
what to do
I
right
just
and what you're
deleted
doing
that
wrong?
one smiling photo I had of myself because I just couldn't bear it out there because I just kept on looking at it, being so like uncomfortable with it because I knew I'd taken it myself and it's just myself just smiling at the camera. And I also have this really issue about having a staged face because a staged face is a fake face that you just sort of put on. But then again, it doesn't...
See, there's no hashtags anywhere. There's no hashtags.
No.
Where's the hashtags?
Oh, I did that in the beginning, but
No. You should do that at every post.
But I hate it.
No.
It's good because I feel like it's so attention craving. But of course...
No. This is what everyone does. They put hashtags on the things. Do you know what hashtags are for? You don't?
Yeah, it's for people to find content.
Yeah. So when people go on the little search thing... They search something. They want to get inspired or they want to see something. They type something in. That becomes a hashtag. So the more people that search for that thing, the bigger the hashtag, right?
I thought it was bigger by the people posting with the hashtag.
But the more that searches, the better, right? But Instagram shows just how many have posted to this hashtag, so that means a lot of attention is going to that hashtag, right? Oh. You don't want the biggest hashtags. It used to be like that, but now your content just drowns in the big hashtags. You want between 30,000 and 100,000. Posts per hashtag. That is the golden nugget to be in, because that means that you show up, but you show up on hashtags that people show in like you're becoming so niche that your hashtag, like your photo will just be on those hashtags for longer. So more people who search these smaller hashtags will see your post, and it's not actually drowning.
Yeah, because Instagram has always been to me, I never wanted to post anything.
No.
I always felt obliged to do it because it's been a long time since I posted. And that's why we have posted my official one with 3 months gaps.
Yeah.
Because I've just been like, I don't want to post. And I could say for everything I post, I have 3 almost posted things.
Yeah. Oh,
which I
fuck.
just
You should just post all 3. You never know what content is going to hit someone. You never know what someone's going to feel by this one thing. But I also think, don't just post your like headshots and stuff like that. Post like the whole process. It's like what Gary Vee says. He says like, document, don't create. Document. You want to document your journey. You want to document every single second of you struggling. You want to document yourself as a waitress. You want to document yourself on the school where you're doing acting lessons.
I do.
You want to document every single thing, your struggles, your wins, your whole thing. So you have like a way for people to, I'm bad at it myself. I try to post every day something, but fuck, it's not, then I post on either one account or then, so, but I would say if your main focus is ada.mo, you should totally just post as much as possible. Like go full on in on documenting. Like, and then say you could totally do, like if you were on Pinterest, there's like these, let's just go on Pinterest here. You should also have a Pinterest account, by the way.
I should probably also have a Twitter account.
Yeah.
And a TikTok account.
Yes. And you have a TikTok account now.
Yeah, I just created one.
Yes.
I haven't posted anything yet though. I haven't actually been on TikTok. I think if I were to whip up my phone and go on like screen time, it would be like 2 minutes where I just typed in my name and email address and everything like that.
Okay, check this out.
But
now I'm searching on Pinterest for SoMe content.
What's SoMe?
Social media. It's just best content ideas.
I feel like such a fucking fish out of water.
You are.
I am, but
I totally get it. Like this is a full-time job, like posting and keeping like just. But for me, I am like a social brand. I am like like people know VX Madsen. Like it's a thing. Like so I either I keep my audience engaged or I'm not. It's kind of that. Either I post something and keep them engaged, or I'm not posting anything and they start, fall off the wagon, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So that's kind of
also what I'm afraid of. That as soon as I keep on getting the ball rolling, that I'm not going to be able to stop it, and I'm going to lose out on real life.
Check this out. This is 70 killer content ideas to post on social media. Are you ready? Should I read them?
How many?
There's 70. I'm not going to take all. Yeah, I'm not going to take all of them. But I want to just show you this because
let's do top 5.
Top 5. Remind people who you are, how you got started. That's number 1. Go behind the scenes. That's number 2. Share a personal story. Number 3. Tell people what you sell. Number 4. Share a joke, graphic or text. Number 5. Share a quote, graphic or text. Number 6. And all these, like, this is just for one post per platform. Like, if you just did all 10, like, in every platform, fuck, you would see engagement go up like this. Well, the more you post, like, if you posted 100 pieces of content per platform per day, I tell you, you would fucking see massive explosion. Like,
but I also think that the reason I'm scared to do all of this, or I'm so scared at all, is because I have this notion that I'm extremely vain.
Vain?
That's like a thought I have about myself.
Like, do you mean vague?
No, vain.
Vain? What do you mean vain?
That I'm afraid to be posted, and I think this reflects to my mum just being on, like, you're supposed, and my dad too, but not it's in a social media context, more like in a general social context. It's like you should always be presentable about your best self. Yeah. And that's hard.
That's really hard to keep media. Up. Totally.
And I also think, like, I'm really afraid to seem narcissistic, because that might be a bad thought of me, but I feel like so many influencers I look at, I'm just like, fuck you, narcissistic. Yeah. And that's maybe just my grudge.
Right.
And it's probably not healthy, and I probably shouldn't do it, but
I'm gonna tell you this, like, they are narcissistic, and you become narcissistic.
I think you have to be.
You have to be, because this is you trying to be an authority in your niche.
But influencers is marketers. Yeah. They're just sellers.
But you shouldn't think yourself as an influencer. You should just think of yourself as someone doing your thing. Don't think of selling products to anyone. Don't think of Yeah,
because that's what I'm scared about. That
I'm not selling anything to anyone, like, right now, other than my podcast. Like, but these are things that are natural to my journey. Like, I wouldn't go out and be like, hey guys, if you don't buy Head and Shoulders, you're whack. I wouldn't do that, Head and Shoulders, if you're seeing this.
Yeah, but what Head and Shoulders gave me like $100,000 to do that.
Yeah.
Just one post.
I would come up with a strategy for them. Like it would be, okay, we have to do some really funny content.
What if you don't think Head and Shoulders is even the best one?
No, hang on. Let me just say this. If Head and Shoulders is out there and like, this dude is funny, we like him, we like his content, we have to work with him. I would say, heck yeah, let's figure out something together. If they like what I'm doing right now with my things, then they also like the outcome of their product being associated with me, right? So I know I'm a little edgy. I'm a little, okay, can we, he's not fine cut. He's not, clean
family
around
friendly.
No. I'm not. But I think I do have a loyal fan base of people who see me for what I'm doing. And this podcast here is helping, expand that. They really get an in-depth look at what I think and who I am and stuff like that, right? What I wanted to say is that I wanted to, if there's a brand out there who thinks my humor is funny, we could totally do something really amazing. But that's also kind of part of the expansion I kind of want to do here on Nomo Radio. So maybe all these things could tie together somehow really neat and nicely.
Yeah.
But I have this dream of totally changing advertising as we know it. Totally changing it on its head. I want to see the most outrageous fucking commercials. I want to see something so wild that people are like, wow, holy shit. And then like I kind of want to see companies being really risk averse with their advertising, like taking their, like instead of being really secure right now, like taking their advertising to something really extreme, like it could be funny, it could be shocking, it could be, but it there shouldn't be, like I've really thought long about this. If there was a platform where advertisers could try out different ads made by really creative people, all the creative people had full control and the power to use the brand's logo and liking any way they saw fit. And the platform would vote on the most awesome commercials. Then the advertisers would have all the rights to this commercial, like full-on rights, and they could just distribute it their fronts. Maybe I shouldn't even say this. This is like a thing I'm working on right now, right? But then all the creators would get paid for the commercial that got the most, likes and votes and stuff like that. Like it could be so massive. Like I'm thinking like people just, we just full on see a couple just having a SM sex, like just in a bed. But then the camera just pans to like a Trojan condom pack, like, and it's just saying, you wouldn't even be here without Trojan, like just taking it to such an extreme, or maybe
shock level.
Totally, but also kind of making it fun and experimenting. Like we have so many barriers today. Like TVs, you can't just show porn on TV without, or you can't show like violence or stuff like that. Like, I want to move out of that. I want to kind of just push some buttons that hasn't been pushed before by advertisers. I want to see what's possible. I want to really go up to the line and then just cross it a little and then just keep moving the line a little bit. Like this is going to be so fucking massive.
But that sounds really great for everyone who isn't the shareholders.
Mm-hmm, yeah. That's why we don't need shareholders. I'm going this, we don't need shareholders.
Well, shareholders are initially the investors, right?
Are you talking about people buying the stocks?
Yeah, basically, or why people market things is because they wanted to sell to raise their profits, right?
Yeah. Totally.
Marketing is an investment in of itself.
Yeah.
You use money to create something that hopefully will raise your profits.
Maybe I didn't explain this well. The platform I'm talking about, these ads would not be able to be shared. They couldn't be shared outside of the platform. So that means that people couldn't just take the video and put on other, like they couldn't just use.
How are you going to stop them though?
I have a plan, but I'm not going to, this is part of it. I'm not going to say that. There's ways around that. So all the advertisers would have full control of what's going out. But there would be like a really creative creator community that just pushes out really funny ads for these companies. And so because they couldn't be shared, the platform would have to be really, engaging and really fun to be on. And there should be loads of tools and stuff like that you could use on the platform. Hang on. So all the advertisers has all the rights to all the likings of all the versions of their brand that's being produced. So that means that any commercial someone creates, they own, regardless. However, all the creators are bound to a contract that says they get at least maybe 10 or 15 or 5% from that commercial's revenue. So that's why a creator would be paid, right? So
the profit for the creator keeps on growing with the commercial?
Only if the advertisers use that commercial that got so many votes, that got so many likes, so many engagement.
Doesn't that mean that creators does a lot of free work that never gets even posted?
Yeah. And that, but it's, that's it. But it should feel fun. It should feel like there's no rules here. You can just do whatever you want, and then people would be like, it should be like a really big community of these kinds of people creating these videos. It should be like almost memified. Do you know what I mean?
That sounds like YouTube.
Kinda, but it's not.
So it's kind of like YouTube, but it's not YouTube.
Yeah, it wouldn't have the same intent as YouTube.
What's the intent of YouTube?
Combining advertising with entertainment. Okay, I guess it's YouTube. It's not. You can't share this. Okay, fuck. That's also a dumb idea that you can't share it because that's what makes it fun. But then that's what makes it bad for the companies. So they don't wanna. They want to see a testing platform for all their things, right? They want it. It could also be a way for advertisers to post their things and see what it does, right?
But the problem, because
but you might be right. It might be up the alley of YouTube.
Yeah, because like all the things. The reason I thought about YouTube is because I thought about like every idea you tell me. Maybe that's just our dynamic. Yeah. You just come with this brand like big new ideas, and I'm always like. No. I'm always wrong
shooting
checking. Shooting them down or like reality checking them, if you can call it that.
Some of the ideas haven't been thought through well enough.
No, but like, or they could be, but just in different direction that would work. And that's sort of the pinpointer I am. But because I immediately thought about all of these issues that's come up with the things you just told about, and then I was like, oh, these are the issues that YouTube are facing. Yeah. So YouTube created content, creative content makers face the fact that they can't use a lot of music footage because of the as a demonetizing.
Yeah,
and
I want to see if I can change that. Like, I would love to see all music, all movies, all books, all kinds of information be what's it called? Public domain.
Yeah.
I would love to see that.
I would love to see that too.
I would love to see...
but that's not going to happen.
It might, if we can code it.
If we can rally together to change the laws that are in place to stop from things going into the public.
No, you're coming at it wrong. There can.
But the law is making this a problem, right?
But the problem is because it's not public domain that they're afraid that all the creators that create these musics and these films and stuff like that are missing out on revenue. That's the whole problem.
But what about content stealing?
No. If that's the whole thing. Like if you created something that didn't get paid, that's their problem. So if you could fix a way for all of this thing to be shared and liked and edited and remade and all these kind of things. If there was a way to do this so that the original creator, the original thing, would get paid from every sort of share thing, like that's what there's. I'm just having all these thoughts, you know. What if you could just? It's a line of code. It's a new file type or something, you know, that would just, you know, just always pinpoint like money back to the original creator. That's fucking interesting. That would mean that you could.
But how, like, okay, let's say you make a YouTube video, right?
Yeah.
And you use a piece of footage from someone else's content.
You can do that right now.
And if you use that, do you think like the original content person should get some money from that?
Yes.
But how do you like percent-wise calculate how much profit should go to each? And
that someone would have to code that.
Yeah. It's hard.
Yeah, it's hard, but it's not impossible. I think there's totally a way we could do this, then the original creators would really encourage people to do whatever they want because they want as many forms of revenue going back to them.
That would actually be so interesting because
Yes.
What a lot of content creators, especially like small ones, experience is that they make a long video where they put so much like hard work and effort into it, and then Sony takes it because it's some piece of music or maybe they put in there.
Yeah.
But if they could actually like make an algorithm that could sort of take maybe you could sort of there's many factors to measure it, but if let's say we measure it by time, how much of time of that clip is used.
Yeah, that's what we do right now.
To the no.
Yeah, we do that right now.
No,
you can only
Sony takes all of it if it's there.
No. You can see the videos where there's like video clips used in those, film clips used in those videos, right? It's only like 10 seconds you can use of that thing. It's something called. You have to, the content you're using can't be like just 30 minutes of a film with no changes to it. You have to alter it has to be altered by nature. Like so let's say let's say the Harry Potter movie. You can't just have 30 minutes of that and then upload that to YouTube. You have to like transform the video somehow. That means that you would need to either put your own voice over it, or text, or flashes, or something, so it's not representing the same thing it was.
Yeah, but it's funny you would say Harry Potter, because one of the most perfect examples of this I can come up with is one of my favorite content segments, which is Jenna Marbles reacting to memes about herself, and specifically Harry Potter memes about her. So it's called like Jenna Marbles in Harry Potter.
That would be transformative from the Harry Potter movies.
But the thing is, she said like, I don't make any money creating these videos of me reacting to this, but you guys didn't make any money creating that content because it all goes back to Warner Brothers.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it doesn't go to the content creator, even though they took something and completely created it to something of their own. I mean, this is something really to deep dive into, I think.
It's really interesting. Like, I think there's a way for everyone to benefit from this. And I'm gonna try to write that down and try to work on it at some point in the future.
Yeah, that would be interesting.
Yeah. So if there's any copycats out there, don't take my idea.
Well, it's out there now, so you can't really stop them. That's the issue at hand. You can't.
No, but I'm actually enforcing this right now. Like, I say to all my followers, look, take all the pictures you ever seen of me, do all the things you want to create from it. I say, like, hey, have you seen my logo? Just do anything with it. Like, just, it's, for me, I want all my fans to be able to do all kinds of spin-off things. Like, right now I'm starting like a skateboard brand where I'm like, just putting all my graphics on skateboards, and I'm working on that. I will keep everyone updated on that in the future. So there's a demand for all of these things, and I'm really interested to see what people make of these. Like, I made a Discord group where I just unload all kinds of weird pictures I've ever made, and like people just create memes from it and stuff like that.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's fun.
So yeah, we have to like I really want, but also I'm aware of the fact that the more people who spread the message of VX Madsen and just make all kinds of things, the more they amplify me, the more reach I get. Yeah. Like, it's a form of influence that people talk about me in pop culture, right? Like, people make a little sticker and it's like a meme or just and also it's really fun. Like, I love all these things. I love all the things like on my TikTok, I just do weird shit.
I think my disdain for TikTok comes from the fact that
you just don't like putting your things out there.
No, I think it's a lot more superficial than that. Actually, I started out reading a lot of 9gag when I was little, just like from the age of 9 till I was like a bit older, until like Reddit became like a thing for a mainstream thing. Then I went over to Reddit because I couldn't fucking handle 9gag anymore.
But that means you also seen people become memes, right?
Yeah. And there's always, both on 9gag and Reddit, been this disdain for TikTok.
Okay.
And the only sort of other sort of representation of TikTok I gotten, except for the hatred for it on 9gag and Reddit, it has been seeing the headlines about the drama going on between TikTokers in my Snapchat feed.
Okay.
And I just been like, fuck that. That's just like toxic shit I don't want to get into.
Right. I don't see any of that. But I also don't do any of the challenges. I don't try to use all the songs and stuff like that. I'm just doing my own shit on there.
Because and the next step into my revolting hatred for TikTok was that all my friends starting using all the time on it when I was with them. I'm sorry. I love all of my friends, but fuck you, can you please stop doing TikTok while I'm with you? Like, it makes me only hate it even more. Like, it's something that we could share. Because that's what I see them doing. I see them like sharing it and being like, let's do this dance together. Yeah. And I'm like, oh yeah, I'm not going to use time on learning this dance because that's just time I can use on something else, right? Yeah. But for them, it's entertaining and
it's
fun.
Really entertaining.
And it's probably really fun.
Like, it's like, but I also want to say this. It gets addicting. Like, this is why people love it so much, because this is stuff from China. They know their shit there. They know what they're doing. They optimize every single thing for you to stay on that platform longer. And I tell you, I don't like, for right now, I'm like, I can't just, I am aware that I'm spending too much time on TikTok, just scrolling through, just laughing at shit. They feed me more of the things I watch. So that's kind of, I don't get any Danish things on my TikTok because I only watch the English things.
You know what would be interesting?
What?
Is to see if you start making like TikTok specifically criticizing like the Chinese government and the dictatorship.
If they would get demonetized or something?
Because that's like Trump's argument about banning the TikTok in
So I should States. Like contact Trump saying, hey, it's all good, dude.
No, but it would be like...
No, yeah, I get what you mean.
I don't usually say this thing about his arguments, but it would be interesting to look into. But again, I don't know. I haven't looked into TikTok at all.
I get what you're saying, but I'm also not... I'm not an activist. Like, I'm just an entertainer. I don't need to be... involved in every fucking political discussion and I don't even watch news. Like, if there's a comet just banging into the earth, I would be the last one to be notified,
That's so funny. Because I just realized that's probably one of the, like, one true places which us two is really different at. Yeah. Because I almost only watch news.
Okay.
And almost only interested in sort of real life problems.
Right. I want to get into this.
Yeah, because for me, anything that's like social media content related, except for like the humoristic videos I watch, I never had a craze for a public person.
Yeah.
So reading about those people has never interested me.
Okay.
So I always been really into activism because that's the only time I felt good about taking place is when I talk about something I feel like could benefit the world if they listen to it.
Interesting. Are you anxious on a day-to-day basis?
Yes.
That is why. You know, it's totally that. I when I had a TV, I have a TV in there, but I don't have the TV channels. Whenever I turned on that TV, I got really angry, really aggressive. And there's multiple things to it. There's like when I turn on the news, it's just the world is on fire. Everyone's killing each other. There's like things like just fuck yourself and shoot yourself. This is a shit show. You know, we're all fucked. Climate change, like deniers. We're all just pack your shit, find a bunker. You know, just get all the canned food into a shelter. Bury yourself in the woods because fuck everything. But we're still in suits and trying to maintain a smile, and you know, but just go out into the woods and just don't talk to people. And if you're ever just afraid, just be more afraid, more anxious. The way we solve that is just putting you up with meds, lots of meds, medications for your things. Like just stay in the fucking woods, just watch more TV. Just if you can't get into the woods, just barricade yourself. Like,
but like
that's it.
But news, I don't think news has to be negative.
No.
I read a lot of happy news, like news and scientific.
This is it. You can't decide to only get the happy news. You can just decide to watch the whole segment of news. So you get bad. Oh, good. Kitten saved from a tree. Nice. Then a disaster in California. Like, you know.
Yeah, and I totally get that.
But if there was a way for a news website to just say, okay, take only all the positive news from all places and then put that on one side. Fuck, that's an idea for myself.
That
Victor,
exists.
do that site, code it, then profit off of the ads.
And for everyone who's like asks us about like how me and Victor work together, Victor is like, Victor, you have to get this going, and I'm just on the side like that already exists.
Yeah.
You can try and recreate it better.
Yes.
But that's gonna be hard. And really time-taking.
What is the site that is already existing? What's it called?
I don't know what it's called, but I definitely heard about it. It's like an all good news website.
Fantastic.
Positivity and all of that.
I would totally watch that if they had an app for it.
You know what really makes me sort of almost laugh?
Let me hear it.
It's all these influencers who get into drama. And that's like the only sort of like not important news I sort of subscribe to is those like influencer dramas. And the reason why I care so much about the influencer dramas is because it makes me feel better about not being in their position, because sometimes I feel like I should be like popular on social media and big and sort of that. But then I look at what it's required to be that person who sort of gets that type of attention, and how unhappy they are. So
I think you need to, you know, don't think of that. Like I don't compare myself to any of those people. Like I don't see, you know.
Yeah, because that's what right? I'm comparing myself to a lot of people.
Yeah, don't compare yourself. Just like we have to do some work here, like some in-depth, like really inward work. I'm gonna help you with this. It's gonna be great. But comparing yourself makes no sense when you were born to stand out. Like you don't need to be comparing yourself. But I'm also aware that the modeling industry and the acting industry, that's directly what they want you to think the way you do now, because the more insecure you are, the better they can shape you in whatever, you know,
and control your sort of you can't really uprise against something.
And the models who are self-aware, really, you know, they know how, you know, they don't get booked because or they branch out. It's like a fucking
Because you see that about any sort of a job that is attractive in any kind of way, like a childhood dream job, like working at Disney.
They use it against you, kind of.
Yeah, because they know you want this job and want to work at it, so they'll do the benefits for it much lower.
Yes, and also so that you seek validation from photographers, from people you work with, and like, oh, am I pretty enough? Am I, does this look good on me? Like, so you're always up for interpretation, right? And that's maybe maybe that's effective from a maybe a modeling agency kind of side, but that might not fucking be effective for you being maybe in a relationship or maybe you wanting to like all other situations that doesn't apply to your beauty being worth something. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, and that's sort of what fucks me up the most.
Yeah.
Is that your outer appearance should have any worth?
Yeah.
Like, specifically?
For me, it doesn't. Like, I only care if people are nice. Like,
but you smile at beautiful women.
Yeah, I like beautiful women.
Yeah, but don't you like ugly women?
I like them, but I don't need to, attract them. Like.
So you try to attract them with a smile?
This is two different things. Like, when I smile at people on the street, it's like, hey, I might be smiling wrong because I totally get what you're saying, and this is biting me in the ass right now. I'm trying to defend it, and you're totally right. I'm not perfect. I'm trying to attract the beautiful woman into my life, and not. But there's like a lot of beautiful women. Like Denmark has a lot of beautiful women. What do you want me to say? Fuck.
Well, my issue is that because growing up in this society, and I think this is a worldwide phenomenon.
Yeah,
is your worth, exterior worth or beauty?
Yeah,
is so compatible to being a woman. Like your beauty has so much to do with your worth.
Yes.
If you are a woman.
Yeah. Fuck, I hate to admit it, but it's so true. Like, if you're a beautiful woman out there, you have it better than the not so beautiful women. Like, you have it tons. Like, I'm not even talking.
And when I say beautiful women, I usually
like there's like a whole spectrum. There's like, okay, hang on.
Idealistic societal expectation of beauty.
Hang on. I just want to make this totally clear. We're not saying supermodels are like the standard. We're saying like just normal fucking people.
But that's what they're trying to sell, though.
But that's not what I'm saying. Like, I want to say this. In Denmark, 90% of all women are beautiful. But then there's 10% that look like creatures.
But what,
that look
you or generally?
No. I'm saying that the gap between horrendous and just nice looking, like easy on the eyes, are at 10% for the really ugly and 80 for like the rest.
But do you think that's like relative to every person?
No.
Of the person.
Fuck, I don't even know. Like, okay.
Because to me, I know that my friends like something completely different than I do.
Okay. I think, but you're all models. This is not you I'm talking about. I'm not including people like you. I'm including.
Thank you.
Okay, hang on. In that 90 spectrum, there's like 10 also. That's like the upper, like maybe 20. I want to say maybe 20. That is like, holy fuck, who was that kind of,
like gorgeous or ugly?
Yes, and that's people like you and your friends, and like that's people working in those environments, like actors, models, personalities of all kinds of types.
I bet there's so many people who would heard the words you say right now and be looking at me and be like, well, I don't think she's that top 20% gorgeous. Who the fuck was she? She's nice.
That's what I'm saying. Everyone's fucking beautiful. Like, I'm just saying there's 10% who are creatures, you know, who are like, stay in the hole you came from. God damn it.
Yeah, but those creatures.
But I'm. If you're seeing this and wonder if you are one of those 10%, I guarantee you are not. You are amazing looking. Like, but then there's the 10%.
But
okay,
when you say creatures,
yeah, I'm saying okay.
You talk about something like not
I'm talking,
human.
No. I'm talking about people when you look at them. This is gonna sound so hard. Like you just don't want to be in their presence.
So you mean like when you look at them, you don't want to look at them?
Yeah. But maybe they're nice people, and then they can, you know, work from that end. You know. Fuck, I'm seeing myself dig this hole, and this is gonna come back to hurt me somehow, you know? I'm just digging my hole, and people are looking up there like, we're ready to just pour down the fucking dirt, you know?
No, but I can admit to this.
We are really beautiful in Denmark, like really, really beautiful. As a main society, both the men, the women are really beautiful. I want to say that. I
want to argue against that.
Don't argue.
Yes, I will.
You are arguing from a supermodel perspective.
I can promise you can go to every fucking single country on this planet and find gorgeous,
totally
social, ideal, attractive people.
I agree.
Everywhere.
I agree. Denmark just has a lot more of it. Like, okay.
As compared to population-wise?
No. Like Norway, Sweden, Denmark, Finland has really great. Like the majority of women is really beautiful. Majority.
Is that because then?
That's because we were Vikings, and the Vikings, they took all the beautiful women from all other places on Earth and then just directly inserted all those women. Like they were stolen, they were kidnapped from other places, and they were, being forced to live in these countries. And then they grew up, and it's like really nice. We have so many different kinds of beautiful women in, like, it's so funny. Like everyone's super uniquely looking, but with a certain kind of beauty. Like it's really interesting.
Well, I think many people will probably look at these Nordic countries and be like, well, you guys all look the same.
Russia did the same thing. Like, they just also
with Genghis Khan.
I think there's something like, I think they did something similar, just getting a lot of beautiful women, good genes into that gene pool. I read somewhere like Russia has like, is it like 70% more women than other places? I'm not even sure. I maybe fact check myself real quick, but I think I heard something like it, you know, and then so there's like,
because you hear those sayings all the time, like Russian women are beautiful.
Russian, Ukrainian, Polish, all those women are really beautiful.
But isn't like English and French and German and God say all the other continents on this doesn't have to be white. Aren't they also
I'm digging my hole here. I can just feel the dirt hitting my neck, you know?
Like you could say that it has direct historic consequences from the culture of the Vikings in the Nordic countries.
Yeah.
But I'm just gonna say I'm gonna sound so off my fucking bat, but if that's a saying. But in my opinion, beauty is in the eye of the beholder.
That's true. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder, and it will always be like that.
I feel like attractiveness is just something so personal and relative.
Okay, hang on. Beauty and attractiveness is two different things. Like I could literally be like. I could see a beautiful woman and not be attracted to her.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, I want to tell you this. I think Margot Robbie is one of the most beautiful women on this planet, but I am no way fucking near attracted to her. Not at all.
I am.
Yep, I am not.
Okay, go into this.
Okay. attraction is really deeply personal.
Yeah.
And beauty is universal.
Okay.
Yeah, and what I think the modeling industry is doing is trying to combine both into selling more products.
Yeah.
And that's a problem because attraction could be like it's like it's very few women I'm attracted to, and I've met a lot of beautiful women. Like, and I'm also friends with a lot of beautiful women, and it's not all of them that I'm attracted to. And you know, it's like a super personal thing. I think I just said it. Like, attraction is personal and beauty is universal. Like, that's what I'm kind of feeling. I also see like different.
Can't you be like attracted to someone not based on sexual relation? Like, you can be attracted to a person like because we want to be a friend with them.
Sure, but now we're only talking like
sexual attraction.
Sexual attraction,
okay, yeah.
To the opposite sex or the same sex if you're into that.
But it's funny you would say that because to me, attraction has always been something I had to ignite if I got the attention from someone. So I would also always have like this start point where I would just sort of seek to be friends with everyone.
Okay.
And if anyone gave me attention, even though I initially didn't find them attractive, I would find that attraction just because I find it attractive that they were attracted to me.
I think that's actually a feature in a lot of women. I'm not sure, but I think that's a common thing in women. Maybe women has to be persuaded into and if that is so, I think it's because maybe the male had to demonstrate like kind of, you know, you see these birds on these like they're doing some funny dance or like peeping in a certain way. I think it's kind of something like that where we are animals. We are total animals. Like we have so many similarity with so many animals, right?
Yeah.
So it would be natural that we would have small like quirks and small like little things that some women would just pick up on that, right?
Yeah.
I have been with women who have found me so fucking attractive, like and you know, like really just fuck. But I've also had to persuade women, you know, that weren't maybe sold on my kind of thing, you know, and I am a little, you know, weird and a little, you know,
unconventional.
I am not everyone's cup of tea, but I could totally be a good, you know, English breakfast tea to some people, you know.
A full-on English breakfast.
A full-on, and it has a boner, you know.
But it's funny you would say that, like that you sort of generalized my trait when it comes to this up against all women, and of course you can do that in the animal world, just as you said with the birds and all. But as the animal kingdom is diverse, so is we human from those. Yeah. So I don't know if all women could relate to me. Like, who knows? Maybe even more guys relate to the fact that I'm like, as soon as someone is attracted to me, I'm like, oh, hello, you know? But to be clear, all of those people who have sort of then showed interest in me, I never took it any further than sex with them.
Okay. Because,
of course, you can be attracted and la la la, but I think for all of those I've been more or less in love with. It's been me who actively went on and got them.
Yeah.
Because that makes also me more motivated to face problems in the relationship when they are to come.
Yeah.
And as I told you previously before we started recording, my whole premise has always been sex first, maybe romanticism later. And for many, that's been both shocking and hard to accept.
I think there's different love languages, and if your love language like is physical or you know, or maybe it's just the hookup culture we have. Like it's just like this is how we do it. Like. I'm a hopeless romantic. Like as I said before, I'm like, you know, I could totally fuck on first date, but if it's someone I really like, I would not fuck on the first date. Like,
What, really?
yeah. I would totally,
Why?
Fuck. I wanna connect with them first. Like, I wanna have a firm foundation of.
Can't you connect while you're fucking?
I've just tried that, and then
I don't mean like exactly when you're fucking.
No.
But like in the time between.
I don't know. There's something beautiful in the fact that they're both, like you're building up a tension, like you're building up this tension of just sparks and all kinds of you're kind of checking each other out, and when you see each other you kiss, and like so you build up this massive sexual energy towards this person that you didn't already have, but you've actually found it. You're over the couple of dates you've been on. You're like building this up. This also makes it really hard to masturbate when you're not around, right? Because like, do you masturbate to her, or how should you focus your energy? Like,
oh, that's interesting.
Right. Because like there have been moments where I have like started maybe some conversation, and then I've thought about having sex with them while masturbating, and then I've ruined that connection somehow, like, or they lost interest, or like, I think this might be fucking weird, but maybe like all of our thoughts are connected somehow. And if you send out these signals, like not, like intentionally, but thought-wise, then fucking maybe, you fuck it all up. I don't know.
Well, coming from someone who doesn't believe everything is connected, and most things is random.
Yeah.
I think that you've been taught up in this society that either women is a wife. Okay, this is me just really just like generalizing and extremizing, but like either women is like in the old days, they were either whores you'd lay with, or they were your wife. And your wife you couldn't have sex with before your marriage, because that was like would ruin her reputation, and you wouldn't want a wife with a ruined reputation. I think those sort of social inheritance socialization traits.
Okay, I want to say something here. To this. I see sluts, whores, prostitutes, strippers as caregivers. I don't see them as sex workers. These are some of the best people on the planet.
But isn't that workers? Like caregivers, as for example nurses.
Yes,
they are workers.
Yeah, and they are too. Because they are offering, like, I think of it, it's the most noble profession is a prostitute, because they are offering their bodies as a form of healing to a random person.
Sexual healing.
Yeah. No, I'm serious. Like I've really thought of this. Like, what they're doing is such a noble thing. Like, just imagine, like, there's this thing called maybe it's a bad word for it, but flesh thirst. it's a little gross. But when you like
a bar in Sims that needs to be filled up.
Nope, not that. I'm talking about loneliness. Like there's something we're talking about. Like I'm just thinking, like, it's sort of.
You're talking to the person who has an extremely high need for sex.
Not sex. Just forget sex right now. Just the fact that women touch him, like, or her.
Oh, my boyfriend told me about this. The female touch?
Yeah. That's a thing. That's a privilege to some men. Some men has this magic thing where they can just have a lot of women touch them. But for us who doesn't have that, we have to pay for it. Like, But
the way he explained it to me is that the female touch can be as something as your hairdresser pulling your hair back.
Yes.
It can be like a dentist just touching your arm when she needs to take you like.
Yes.
It's
Yeah.
just these little things.
Yes, small things.
But that's
And
just
I could-
general
if-
human need
Yes,
for touch.
yes, that's
and
it.
we girls touch each other a lot.
Yeah, and the day I get a girlfriend or a wife, I want her to touch me all the time. Like just mess with my hair, mess with my, just any form of touch. Just like it's such an important thing you don't even know it. Like it's like I like and so when these prostitutes do all this, they are offering that service to men, and I think that's so wild. Like I would love to just totally legalize all form of sex work and and make it more safe. Like really, like for all parts. Like I think it should just be the most natural thing, and it should be cheap also. Like okay, but that means the fact that there's a lot of people doing it if it's cheaper. Right now it's kind of expensive, and I guess they're compensated both for the security and their time and stuff like that. But I also think that prostitutes would want to have it more secure and more clean. Like what if someone has HIV and they can't it's kind of unsafe right now, right?
Yeah, of course.
But-
like definitely more rights to sex workers, more protection, more safety.
Yeah.
But going back to what we've talked about previously with the fear of being perceived as gay, we girls do a lot of gay things to each other.
Yeah.
Like it's a lot more sort of natural ease of touching each other.
Yeah.
Would you think that without the social stigma around boys being perceived as gay, that you guys could actually fulfill these needs a bit more?
I'm kind of doing it with my friends, but it's like they know me so well that there's nothing sexual in it, none whatsoever. Like they know what I'm into, what I'm the girls I talk to and stuff like that. So they're not in any way in doubt that my intentions is sexual. So, but I love to hug them a long time, and I also give them a massage now and then, and sometimes also a kiss on the cheek or something. I was actually thought about making a song that says, "I kiss my friends on the mouth, do kiss my friends on the mouth." That's
Like
just
bromance.
a bromance, yeah. But there's as I said, there's no sexual thing in it, and sometimes that's just all you need. You don't need a woman's touch. It's just maybe someone's touch, maybe a friend's touch. It's just
Yeah. And prostitutes is right now the market is majorly women offering sex to men, or trans women offering sex to men, and like gay men to each other, that you don't see as often women paying for sex, even though that totally exists.
Yeah, I think there's men doing also the OnlyFans thing.
That I think is it's not that the need isn't there. Like I know so many of my friends, including myself, that like previously has just been like looking at men. It, like because me and my boyfriend was really discussing this thing, because we were talking about nudity.
Yeah.
And we're like what female nudity, what male nudity is like to each other.
Yeah.
And he couldn't completely like realize the concept that when he takes his clothes off, that sexually arouses me just as much as when I take my clothes off for him.
Okay.
But to me, that's just really like, 'cause being with both genders,
Yeah.
I get like equally sexual aroused usually with both genders.
Okay.
And when
Hang on. So, do you get sexually aroused where you're naked in situations that is not related to sex?
Well, we started off our conversation about it because I'm a girl who goes topless at the beach.
Yeah.
I hate tan lines. I think it's something of the ugly shit out there. I think it's something about me just not liking like unevenness.
Mm-hmm.
So I never liked tan lines. So I would, and also my mum would never like put it on us from a young age. So
Okay.
then again, when I transitioned into teenage and started getting breasts, I just wouldn't wear a top.
Okay.
And I'm so happy I don't. But for him, that was kind of like an issue because he's born and raised in England, where this is like nudity. It's not like in Scandinavia where it's much more sort of frowned upon.
Yeah.
And for him, it was just sort of uncomfortable to think about the fact that his friends would see his girlfriend and that my breast was sort of like...
I totally get that.
His thing. And most people, like most men do.
But I would say this. Maybe don't bring your friends. Like, just if it's you two on a beach and it's strangers, then it doesn't matter. Then you can just go topless. But I want to say, if I brought my friends and I had a girlfriend, I guess it depends on the situation. Like, is there other girls there? Are they also not?
Because that's what he said too. Like, if his his friends was there, and they had girlfriends who also were topless, then he would sort of be on the same level with them.
Right, totally.
But why would that fucking matter?
Okay,
it's my body.
Yes, but this is the kind of like, okay, so what he's afraid of is that you are signaling to other men. That you are available or easy or
being comfortable.
No, yeah, kind of, but that's not because okay, I can totally get his point here. If you are in a bathing suit, like just bathing suit, and you get the tan lines and all that, and he's with all his guy friends there, like. You don't want to hear as a guy that your friends is attracted to your girl. You don't want to hear that, even though
they probably are.
They probably are, but you shouldn't talk about that. You know, no. That you don't want to get competition from your friends. Do you know what I mean? Like as a man, you don't want to.
But many friends are not though. Like I'm not attracted to many of my sort of friends' boyfriends or girlfriends.
No.
And I don't think any of my boyfriend's friend is attracted to me.
No.
At all.
But it's also like there's more things to it. Like it's also like then you also become a subject for conversation. You could be like
because you're doing something out of touch.
Yeah, but not that it's unnormal. It's just that okay, now people have seen your tits, like you know, and that is that will that gives okay, this might be me overanalyzing, but that will give his friends an upper advantage if something were to happen, like internal disputes. That would give them a card. To you know, no. So they.
You're mean. I've seen your girl's tits.
Yeah, kind of like that. Yeah, it would. I remember I had an episode where this actually happened, where I had been with a girl, and then I was like, I don't wanna be with her anymore. It's just like I made the ultimatum. We were just hanging out, and I said, hey. This is taking a lot of time. Do you want to fuck or just like have sex? And because I can't, you know, we're this is taking a lot of time. So I need to figure out disclosure, right? She was like, okay, we're going to have sex. We had sex and it wasn't that great. I didn't really feel it. And well, I don't know. I wasn't in it. Like I wasn't kind of attracted to her. Okay, but then what happened was that I had a friend who thought this girl was really great, you know, and they became girlfriend and a couple, you know, and then like she told him about all the things we did in bed, right? So he had that upper advantage on me, and the last time I saw him, he used that against me.
In an argument.
Yes. So I joked about having sex with her, and he joked about me having a small penis or something, which I know for a fact is not true. Okay, fuck that. Now it's like...
I'm sorry, but that sounds like a really fucking dick friend.
He was, and I don't talk to him anymore. But this is what I'm saying.
Dick friend.
Yeah, he's a dick. He's a dick. But they're still together. They're having a nice, relationship, and they probably discuss my sexual experience with her all the time. I just imagine them just, and that the fact that I feel so much in their space is kind of fun to me.
But that's a great story.
Yeah.
But isn't the moral of that story is that if
this is what I'm saying?
Good friends, they will handle it?
Totally. This is not. You just don't want your guys to be talking about your girl. Like you don't want them to like, oh fuck, dude, I could totally fuck your girl, like you don't do that, But so you want to try to avoid situations where you feed them whatever that is to them,
Yeah, where you would sexualize your girlfriend.
Yes. You want to not be sexual towards those friends in any sort of way, because you are not their sexual pleasure. You are his sexual pleasure. You are his girl, right? But I understand you want to dress and stuff like that. It's kind of a tricky thing. I kind of get where you're coming from, but I also kind of get where he's coming from.
But like,
if I want to say this, if there is 3 other girls doing the same thing, no problem. No fucking problem. Then you're just girls hanging out, guys hanging out. We're all friends. We're all sexual. Nice. But the fact that the majority is only men, his friends, and you are taking the top off, that can be a problem. That I would say that is a form of
but isn't that their problem, that they should be grown up or to handle, to sexualize you?
No.
And of
we
course,
are sexual beings, and we are sexual beings with the partners we're with.
Of course, you're going to get those thoughts, and you can't control your thoughts and you don't wanna, way. But you can also think to yourself, like, to me.
Okay.
Let me just finish this.
Okay.
Whenever a person of mine, even though I may be like super attractive to a person, as soon as one of my friends has interest or something going on with them, that person just sort of becomes unattractive to me.
Okay, let me ask you this: you are on the beach, you have taken your top off. He has his friends there. You take the top off, and you see one of his friends getting a hard on while he's staring at you. Your boyfriend sees that. How do you think that dynamic is going to go? Like, how would he has to solve that? How would he talk with his friends about this? How would he have to talk to you about this? Can you see my dilemma here?
Yes,
okay.
But with you saying that he's looking at me, do you mean like he's like looking at me without breaking contact?
It doesn't matter how he's looking at it. The fact is that he has a boner.
Most people, but bonus happens.
Okay.
Bonus happened whenever it happens.
Boner happened because he's looked at you.
Okay, because I showed my breasts.
Yes.
But what if you get a boner from looking at girls' hair? Like, this is the whole dilemma of what to hide, right? Because my breasts are not like quite different from my boyfriend's.
No.
And like his chest area,
but he's not.
It's just as attractive to me,
totally,
as it is to him.
Yes.
So why does he has to hide or show his, and I have to hide mine?
Because he's not trying to be sexually appealing to his friends.
Neither am I.
No.
I'm really not. I'm trying to be comfortable, not getting tan lines.
You have to look at this from a single heterosexual perspective.
But why though? Why would that be the perspective that I have to look at? Why can't they? No, listen to me.
Yeah.
Why can't those boys see it from my perspective that girl only wants to be comfortable? Because those bikini tops get real fucking uncomfortable when they're wet. I tell you,
I agree.
They would like suck to your fucking titties and they'll like get
totally.
There. So you don't want to wear them at any time.
Are all the boys? Are they topless?
Most of the boys are in bathing
Then
shorts.
I would say you are right. Like, now you are turned on.
Yeah?
Yeah. Now you are turned on. So that's a problem for you.
Yeah, but I can't like show it.
No. That's why. So you should actually say to all the men, hey, put your shirts back on, you filthy animals.
Yeah, but that's they not. That's not like for me to say, I think.
Oh, okay.
As it is not for they to say if I should put a shirt back on.
Okay.
You see my point?
Yeah.
And there's a difference between going topless and going completely nude, because you can always argument of complete nudity for both genders. But for me, it's kind of like if there's the restriction of you have to wear bathing shorts to hide your genital.
Right.
I can see how that can be like something you might impose.
Right.
Even though I am completely like would be for nudist beach and all of those, and like nudity being completely natural, because it is. But why not have the same rules for boys and girls?
I think this is like a thing you need to figure out with your boyfriend, because...
Oh, we did figure it out.
Okay, what happened?
I can do whatever the fuck I want.
Fuck. All right. Fuck, yeah, dude. You do that. Okay.
How far are we in now?
We were like 1 hour and 44 minutes.
Holy shit, we've been sitting down for 2 hours.
Yes, almost. Do you wanna cue us out, or do you wanna?
I do.
Okay.
I really do. So remember, guys, attention is the new currency. And if anyone has problem with you showing your tits in whenever other boys are showing their chest area, do whatever the fuck you want. What makes you comfortable? What makes you feel the best? And like, don't think about that they will sexualize you, because people will sexualize anything. People like, there's a word, people hide shoulders and knees and hair other places. So, and that gets sexualized and that's really revealing. And that was the same way hair 200 years ago. But things change and nudity is relative.
Yeah. And sometimes you just want to stroke a cat.
And sometimes you just want to stroke a cat.
Cue the outro! Woo! High five.
Thanks for tuning in to Nomo Radio. Go follow us on social media at Nomo Radio for the latest news and updates. And remember to follow your host at VX Madsen and Ada.mo. You can find all the episodes on the official website at www.nomoradio.com.